beautiful too. I don't usually ogle, but it was like that beautiful and that talented. It's not, when I think about playing the violin, the scale is like getting all those notes into two notes at a time, twisting with one, holding a note, other fingers sliding up. It's like, oh my God. So Ripley's Believe It or Not shit.
welcome to the Unity San Francisco Jazz Cafe. Everybody snap. Yeah, this is groovy, baby. Groovy. We're gonna do something totally different now. Traveling music. Good morning, Unity San Francisco. Happy Sunday. A little traveling music for the people that are downstairs so we can get them up here in time for us to start our service. Arthur Darling, if you please. Traveling music. Come on up, y'all. Come on up.
Sound like I'm on. Is it on?
When your feet feel a shift in the road, when uphill is the only way to go, when resistance is all you can find, surrender to the incline. When your levels all seem cocked, when the easy way is blocked, when the roller coaster is clicking up the climb, surrender to the incline. Up and away may not feel familiar, but the steps that you're taking, they don't lead to where you are. All the hard work that you're doing is gonna take you closer, nearer, higher to the stars, to the stars. See your spirit, it will not stand still. So hear it and let go of that will. Fall into the hands of time. Surrender, surrender, surrender to the incline. Up and away may not feel familiar, but the steps that you're taking, they don't lead to where you are. All the hard work that you're doing is gonna take you closer, nearer, higher to the stars, closer to who you are. Sunday. All right, my name is Misa Malone. I am the music minister here. I'm going to have the rest of the music team join us as we go into our celebration song. Our service today is going to be all about spinning straw into gold. And why would we do that? Because we want to be happy. Don't you want to be happy? Joy is a constant and ever-changing thing, right? Joy, we can reach up and touch it. Sometimes we forget it's there. Joy is constant. Happy kind of shifts. Happy shifts. So, a little reminder of what it takes just to be happy. I just want to be happy, but if I keep on doing the things that keep on bringing me pain, there's no one else I can blame if I'm not happy. Wasted time, but now I can see the biggest enemy, it was me. So I'm not happy. Cry yourself to sleep. Shout and wring your hands. It won't change a thing till you understand. If you're tired of being the same, if you're tired of things not changing, it's time for you to get out the way. Don't get stuck in how you feel. In time, all wounds will heal. Affirm the truth and step out on faith. If you want to be happy, don't you want to be happy? I just want to be happy. But if I keep on giving my heart for people to tear apart, the healing will never start. So I can be happy. Will I ever be happy? Cry yourself to sleep. Shout and wring your hands. It won't change a thing till you understand. If you're tired of being the same, if you're tired of things not changing, it's time for you to get out the way. Don't get stuck in how you feel. In time, all wounds will heal. Affirm the truth and step out on faith. It's so easy to complain, addicted to the pain. You give your heart, they push it away. I know just how you feel. In time, all wounds will heal. The love you need is yours to be claimed. Do you want to be happy? I just want to be happy. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're tired of being the same, if you're tired of things not changing, it's time for you to get out the way. Don't get stuck in how you feel. In time, all wounds will heal. Affirm the truth and step out on faith. It's so easy to complain, addicted to the pain. You give your heart, they push it away. I know just how you feel. In time, all wounds will heal. The love you need is yours to be claimed. Do you want to be happy? I just want to be happy. Do you want to be happy? I just want to be happy. Do you want to be happy? Yeah. I don't believe you.
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Yes.
I didn't hear no dominion, no conviction, no nothing in that. Ken?
I'm over for you.
I don't believe
I know, but we're going to get them there. We're going to get them there.
So, welcome everybody. Let's hear it for our incredible music team, Sounds of Unity, and for our band. Woo! What a great way to start this beautiful day. For those of you who are watching us from different places on the planet, your day may be half over already. For us, it's still morning here in San Francisco, and we are affirming that whatever has gone on in your life and in your heart, in your being before this moment, this is your reset time. This is your time to say, okay, so what do I want to experience next? Because you can't control what may happen to you and around you, but you can control what happens within you. And that is our journey today. This is also Black History Month, and we are celebrating it. We are unapologetically, inclusively celebrating Black History Month right here and right now. Because we know the truth that we do not fight against what we don't want, just creates more of it. What you resist, persist. So we are going to proclaim and exclaim from the mountaintops what it is we want to create. And that's a world that works for everyone. No exceptions, no exclusions. Unity itself has been on that journey of learning from our past mistakes and learning that we can always evolve to something greater and better. In celebration of Black History Month, we're going to feature a different theologian, Black leader every week. And today's I give you is Reverend Johnny Coleman. She became a Unity minister. She went to ministerial school at Unity Village in 1950s when it was segregated. Unity Village was segregated. They allowed Dr. Coleman to come to school on grounds, but she wasn't allowed to sleep on grounds. She wasn't allowed to swim in the swimming pool on grounds. And she and her classmates changed all of that. They took a stand and said, this will not persist. And they created what they wanted. So I give you Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman.
I want a harvest of prosperity. You must show forth independence. Be independent. Some of the things I've said to you will make you independent. I say to myself all of the time, all that I have, I get from God. All that I have, I get from God. That makes me independent. Because I know that God is my supply, and all my desires will flow through me into manifestation. Prosperity does not depend upon others. Prosperity does not depend upon others. God is the source of my supply, and others and other people and other things happen to be the channels chosen by God to bring into visible manifestation all of the riches and the billions and all of the good stuff that God has for me. People may be my channels, but God is my source. So therefore, I really don't care if you don't like how independent I am. I really don't care. I will continue to trust God because God has brought me this far by faith. And He's promised me, keep your trust in me and continue to be independent. Don't get down on your knees. Don't compromise my truth. Tell them like it is. Those that can take it will. Those that can't take it will go where they can take it. Don't let me get off now. I ain't got time. Let me give you your last principle. You produce a harvest when you seek God first. Seek God first. Whatever it is you need, go to God. If you need money, substance, go to God. If you need peace of mind, go to God. If you need friends, go to God. If you need healing, go to God. There's only one thing, and every other thing is expressed out of it, and that one thing is God.
Let's go to God. Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman. Let's take that to our time of prayer. Can I get an hallelujah? Hallelujah. So we know right here and right now, with hands raised, with hearts filled, that whatever we're facing, whatever we're going through, as a nation, as a planet, as individuals, there is the presence of God within us that is greater than anything on the outside of us. There is the strength within us that we call Spirit, God, Source, that is greater than any obstacle. And with faith and power, when we name and claim our good, we watch as the mountain shifts, as the obstacles crumble, and life unfolds in all of its magnificence. Right here, in this day, we know that our good is unfolding. We seek it. We claim it. We celebrate the journey to become it. For the journey is everything. And we celebrate today by saying, thank you. I am so grateful for the bounty with which I live. Thank you. I am so grateful for all the things that are coming to me from places I don't know about today. Thank you. I am so blessed, so grateful, and so it is. Amen.
All the times you thought you'd never make it through, felt just like the world just turned its back on you, didn't stop you. All the times you could have given in and given up, times you didn't know if you were strong enough, still you got through. Somehow it's all part of the plan, the journey, the journey, the journey. It's the journey, it's the getting there to where you're going to. Going through hell, but still you're gonna make it through. It's the fire that they can't put out inside. It's a hell of a ride. All the times they thought that they could hold you back, but you've always known there was no chance of that. You're made too strong. And when you're going with your heart, you know you can go farther than you've ever thought possible. Prove them all wrong. It's part of the bigger plan. The journey. Journey.
Miss Misa Malone. Let's hear it for Misa.
I'll put your magazine up there. Hi there. Welcome, everybody. I didn't introduce myself at the top. That was a test. For those of you I haven't met yet, and I see a lot of new faces in the audience here today, and I know we have a lot of new faces online, I'm Reverend Ken Daigle. I'm the senior minister here.
And I'm Tom Lenoble. I'm your platform assistant today.
Yay. So we are so delighted you're here, and we know you're not here by accident. You're here for a divine appointment, an appointment for your soul's unfolding. Because it's Super Bowl Sunday, and you're here. This is a start. This is the pregame show.
And Super Bowl Sunday brings out the passion in everybody. It's either the passion for the game.
Yes.
The passion for the commercials.
The passion for the halftime show.
Yes. Or the passion for their team.
Food.
Or, as Misa is reminding us, the passion for the food. Yes.
Yeah, I see a Kansas City shirt here, and in Unity Village is in Kansas City, Missouri. So if you're a Unity person, by default, you have to be rooting for the Chiefs. Sorry, folks. But we're also Philadelphia fans as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the game. It's the journey that matters, right, Misa?
And you know what else is happening?
This week is packed, isn't it?
This week is packed. Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's, everybody. So from my heart to yours, I send you love.
That's right. Remember all those that you love this week. I love sending little Valentines. Was really great when I was a kid to get them. So I still buy those little boxes and send them to people.
Well, and we have an opportunity to do that first, Tom. So right now, below us, the kids are working on Valentines for Rita de Casilla, the homeless shelter for HIV-positive women and their children. And the kids are making 44 Valentines. So they have 44 kids in their program.
Wow.
And our kids are making Valentine's packets for them. If our poor 6 kids don't get to make all 44 in this hour, that room's going to stay set up today so that you can go join them and sign Valentine cards to the kids for Rita Casilla. So it's an opportunity to send
There you go. Write that
Valentines
Valentine.
up. Yeah. And so we stay unapologetically inclusive, and I just wanted to say thank you for all of this. One of the things we're doing for Black History Month, like I mentioned, is we're going to show a different person every week. On the 23rd, we're going to be featuring the spirituality of Howard Thurman. Howard Thurman was a theologian, and he didn't like to be called that because he believed theology boxed in God, right? And there's a public PBS special about him. It's an hour long. We're going to show it here on the 23rd from 1:30 to 2:30 here in the sanctuary. It's beautiful. I've watched it. It's inspiring. And I invite you to invite people to come join us. It'll be right after hospitality. You can get a meal, come back and watch an hour of this amazing biop that will help us understand and put our own personal button as we close Black History Month, but expand it into everything. Yeah.
Yes, 23rd.
23rd.
Right after
I'll leave
the
it to you,
service.
Tom.
Thank you. Welcome again, everybody. Those of you in the room and those online, we're really, really fortunate and grateful you're here today. Did everyone get a bulletin? If you didn't get a bulletin, the ushers, our wonderful ushers, will bring you one. Please, down here, there, get a bulletin. And I want to call your attention to this spiritual connection card in the bulletin. If you could take time, and for those of you online, there's one being dropped into the chat to fill this out. It lets us know who you are, a little bit about you, as well as if you're a first-time guest and how you got here, and all those good things. It helps us keep in touch with you and you with us. So please do the spiritual card. Anyone here with a burgundy Toyota RAV4? Burgundy Toyota, you're blocking a driveway. Please go move your car. Thank you so much. Thank you, Misa. First-time guests. If you're a first-time guest, whether here or online, we welcome you to Unity of San Francisco. We have a special gift for you out in the foyer, as well as the Unity magazine, Spirituality and Health. Please pick up a copy. And if you're online, drop it in chat and we'll make sure you get something from us as well. I want to call your attention while you're looking at your bulletin to something really important to our community and our home here at church, which is the Promise Program. Every year we kick this off. This is the 2025 Promise Program. And what this does is you do a pledge for the year. And it's really important to the church and to the budget of the church and to the foundation of the church for us to know what to work from so we can plan programs throughout the year. So please look at the card. If you have any questions, see one of us after the service, look online, and please consider the Promise Program as we do it for 2025. We here at Unity of San Francisco are unapologetically inclusive. No matter who you are, where you're from, how you got here, we welcome everyone. We are unapologetically inclusive. So please, we have an affirmation for that. I'm going to say it once, and then we'll know it together. I commit to awakening myself and the world to infinite possibilities. Please know this with me. I commit to awakening myself and the world to infinite possibilities. And now I give you our music team.
Please stand on your feet as you're willing and able, whether you are in the room or on Zoom, and join us in singing our community song, I Claim a Blessing, all right? We're going to rock. Come on, choir. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, sing.
In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. This is how I start the day, knowing good is on the way. I am claiming perfect health, love and laughter, friends and well. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. With conviction undeterred and power of the spoken word, take my life and redefine. Break the shackles of my mind. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Lift my thoughts to higher ground, knowing miracles are all around. Life is filled with opportunity. I know good is coming to me. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim it. 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 I claim a blessing.
All right, we have reached our time of interactive meet and greet. Please greet your neighbors with handshakes, hugs, toe taps, fist bumps. Please make sure you say hello to our online community. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday.
Hello. It's
good to see you all. Hi, Emmy. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Kate. Hi, Lalze. Hi, Robbie. Hi, Sean. Hi, Stacy.
Hey everybody, I miss seeing you all. Hi Emmy, Dan, Kate, and snowy Detroit. I love the clarity because you always ask about what the weather's like, so. And Lori, it's good to see you. Robbie, hey Sean, I was just thinking of you. Hey Stacy, love you guys. Hope you're having a good Sunday.
Well, hello again.
Hey everybody, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Good to see you all. Emmy, Dan, Kate, Lawrence, Robbie, great to see you. Sean, great. Stacy, good to see you all. Happy Sunday.
Thank you. Hey again. We have some more friends here.
Happy Sunday, everybody. It's a beautiful day in San Francisco, and it's Super Bowl, too. So even if you don't like the games, hopefully you'll like the commercials, right? Have a good one. Sounds like we got a good talk coming up. Straw to gold.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you everybody.
Let's take it back.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It is now time for our blessing of the children, and we have a special treat for us today. So I'm going to ask you to send a lot of love up here. My daughter Roma is, okay. She's a little scared. First time she's doing this in public. All right. So it's okay. She's gonna breathe, and we're gonna go through this. We're gonna share with you. It's a Valentine's Day treat. So it's a Valentine's Day treat. No, it's okay. That is a book that Roma loves. So we're going to start reading it, and then Roma may finish it for us, okay? But I'm going to start. So JD, so the book is going to appear on the screen. It's called A Fine Line, right? Red was excited about his first day in line school. He was going to become a circle. Both of his parents were well-respected circles. They expected him to be a circle, too. Well, do well in line school, they said. We want to be proud of you. And Red did work hard. He did not become but he did not become an outstanding circle. At first, he couldn't even make his ends meet. It was exasperating.
Ready? Very exasperating.
But Red kept trying. He worked and worked, stretching and flexing, tightening his grip. One day, his ends finally met, and they stayed together, which looked like a victory. But before Red could say, "I'm a circle," his side slumped under the pressure, and he faced the awful truth. He just looked like an oval, and everyone knows that ovals are lines who couldn't succeed at being circles.
Ready?
It was frustrating.
Very frustrating.
Oh dear, thought Red, what will I do? I can't give up now. I must work even harder. In fact, he had improved a little. His ends now always met, but every time he thought he had it made, he would sag at the top or droop at the bottom. Every day, sagging and drooping. But it didn't help. Nothing changed. Sagging and drooping, it was very depressing.
Very depressing.
Now, it was the week of the final test, and all the families would be invited. Blue would perform his rectangle perfectly. Green would wow everyone with her hexagon. And Red would have to attempt his circle in public. The test day arrived. The auditorium was packed, just like this one, with anxious families. Sure enough, line after line, they performed perfectly. A round of applause followed each performance. Finally, it was Red's turn. You want to do this? Red took a deep breath. Slowly and carefully, he curved into shape. It was going well so far. His ends met on the first try. His sides held strong. It looked like a success. And then for the first time in his entire life, Red sagged and drooped at the exact same time. The audience gasped. Red froze. He squeezed his eyes shut, trying to hold back the tears and wishing he could disappear. It was the worst moment of his life. He was a complete and total failure. Look, someone whispered in the front row. Look, someone repeated near the back. Look, someone shouted who sounded exactly like his guideline. Look, he's a heart. He's a heart. He's a heart. The audience began to chant, heart, heart, heart. Heart, 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 heart. Then someone began to applaud. The applause grew louder and louder. Red opened his eyes and he couldn't believe what he saw. Everyone in the crowd crowded around him, all talking at once. Can you believe it? We've never produced a heart before. Red's parents were so proud they couldn't say a word. And Red was so thrilled because he actually glowed. He knew that no matter what, no matter how hard he tried, he was never meant to be a circle. He had discovered his real self. Red was a happy heart.
Very happy.
Very happy. Yay. So we have a blessing for these children and all their unique shapes. You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. Can we know that together? You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. So it is. Woo! All right, kids. Take it away. So I want to give you one more announcement. I'm doing an affirmative prayer workshop. If you have noticed that we don't beg or beseech in any of our prayers, we affirm the good that we expect, that we know God is providing. And so if you'd like to learn more about affirmative prayer and learn how to do it in your own life and make it a practice that transforms your life, I invite you to come and join me. There'll be 2 sessions, Sunday, March 9th at 1:30 after service and hospitality. I'll be doing in-person affirmative prayer workshop. And then that Monday, March 10th, I'll be doing one online for our online people so that you can join either one or both and dive into the affirmative prayer world. And if you are thinking about becoming a prayer chaplain here, it is required that you take this course at some point. And now, before I begin my talk, Spinning Straw into Gold, we have a special treat. Callie and Misa have worked up a special song for us. Take it away, ladies.
There's gotta be something better than this.
Everybody says don't.
There's gotta be something better to do.
Everybody says don't.
And when I find me something better to do, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get up, get out and do it.
Everybody says don't. Everybody says don't. Everybody says don't. It isn't right. Don't. It isn't nice.
Go on, get up, get out and do it.
Everybody says don't. Everybody says don't. Everybody says don't walk on the grass. Don't disturb the peace. Don't skate on the ice.
Go on, get up, get out and do it.
I say do. I say walk on the grass. It was meant to feel. I say sail. Tilt to the windmill. And if you fail, you fail.
Some life sweeter than this.
Everybody says don't.
There's gotta be some good life I can live.
Everybody says don't.
And when I find me a better life I can live, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out and do it.
Everybody says don't, everybody says wait, everybody says can't fight City Hall, can't upset the court, can't laugh at the king. Well, I say try. I say laugh at the king till it makes you cry. Lose your voice. Fall if you have to, but baby, make some noise.
Gotta be something better than this. There's gotta be something better to do. And when I find me something better to do, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get up and do it.
Make just a ripple.
Make just a ripple.
Come on, be brave.
Come on, be brave.
This time a ripple.
This time a ripple.
Next time a wave. Sometimes you have to start small.
Climbing the tiniest wall.
Maybe you're going too far, but it's better than not starting at all. Everybody says don't, everybody says can't, everybody says wait around for miracles. That's the way the world was made. I insist on miracles. If you do them, miracles. Nothing to them. I say don't be afraid.
I don't need a clicker. I'll do it. Actually, Misa, I'll take the clicker. Thank you. Wow. Okay, so that happened by chance. We were working this week trying to figure out the music for this service, and both of those songs came up, and Misa said, well, maybe we can put them together. And that has never been sung together before. Arthur and Misa made that arrangement. Let's hear it for them. Right here at Unity San Francisco, folks. So thank you. What an incredible music team we have.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, right? And both of those songs talk about that, God, that feeling that we've all been through, right? It was like, where am I? Why is this happening? We've gone through all this life. I've done all of my affirmations. Why is this happening in my life and to me right now, right? Whew. If you haven't ever experienced that, I really want to know. I really want to know. But my experience, and everybody who sits in my office and sits across from me can tell you that life does not always happen like we think it is. Sometimes the room is filled with straw, which is, usually used in barns and stables to pick up the poop, right? To absorb all the mess. And straw can be used in other ways too. Straw can help bind together the mud that make bricks and that we build something else. But straw is usually what's left over, right? So how do we spin straw into gold? How do we do that? I know in my life, in the last couple of weeks, this is my first time giving a talk in over a month because I needed to step back and to reclaim my center. I needed to step back because things were happening that I couldn't control, and they were upsetting my balance, my sense of well-being and purpose. And space is what I needed. But every time I tried to step back, something else came in. Something else pulled me back in. And I found myself doing this dance and this juggle of how do I make something good out of all this muck on the floor? How do I turn this into something that I know is for me? And then one of my good friends who I'd reached out to for support and help used that phrase. It's time to spin straw into gold. And I said, oh, yes, the Rumpelstiltskin story, right? Do you remember the Rumpelstiltskin story? Right? So here's the story. It's a grim pun intended, fairy tale, right? It is written by the brothers Grimm, and it is grim. So this man is boasting about his daughter. Now, I don't know about any father who boasts about their daughters, but I think that's an exaggeration for this fairy tale. But anyway, I'll go on. He boasts to all of his friends and to the king that his daughter can spin straw into gold. And the king hears this story and says, well, I want some of that. And he calls the daughter to his castle, and he locks her in a room filled with straw and a spinning wheel, and says, you will spin this straw into gold, or in the morning you will be executed. Grim fairy tale, I told you, right? And so the poor daughter is bereft and crying. She has no idea how to spin straw into gold. And she cries, and she feels all of her feelings, all the emotions, because she's going to be executed in the morning. She has no idea how to do this. And then something happens, and in the room appears Rumpelstiltskin, this small, pushed down, strange little creature who says to her, I can spin straw into gold, and I'll do it for you for that beautiful glass necklace you're wearing. So she gladly gives him the necklace from around her neck, and he spins all the straw into gold. The next morning, when the king arrives, the room is filled with gold, overflowing with this beautiful gold. And the king is so excited that he takes the daughter and says, great, let's do this again. And he takes her to a larger room, and he fills it with even more straw and says, tonight you will spin all this straw into gold, or in the morning you'll be executed. So once again, she's back there. She did everything. She pulled out from within her everything she could do, but she was crying again, and Rumpelstiltskin comes back. And he once again says, I will spin this for you into gold if you give me that beautiful ring on your finger. And once again, he spins all the gold into straw. There's all the straw into gold. Different story. And the king comes the next morning and says, this is magnificent. This is magnificent. And he takes her to a barn filled with straw, locks her in, and says, if you can spin all of this straw into gold, I will marry you and make you my queen. And once again, she's left alone, crying and bereft, and Rumpelstiltskin appears, and she says, I need help, but I have nothing left to give you of any value. And he says, you can give me your firstborn child. And with nothing left to give her, she agrees that she will give him a firstborn child because her choice is death, right? And she says, yes. And he spins all the straw into gold. And when the next day comes, the king sees all the gold and is true to his word and marries the princess. Marries the young woman. She becomes the princess and the queen and goes on and lives a happy life with the king. You see, I don't know about the Brothers Grimm, but in today's age, someone threatening to kill you if you don't do what they want doesn't make for good husband material. Just saying, okay? But I digress. We'll stick with the fairy tale for now. And so finally, the queen is living the life. She has a child, and Rumpelstiltskin appears and says, you owe me that baby. And the queen begs. She says, no, I cannot give you this. I cannot. Please, there must be something else. I have all this wealth now. What is it you want? And he says, I don't want any of that. I want your child, but I will do this for you. If you can guess my name in 3 days' time, if you can guess my name, you will be free. So the first day comes, and she tries every name she can think of. And he laughs and walks out and says, you have 2 more days. The second day comes, and she tries every name on her list. And he says, you still have not a clue. So there she is on the 3rd day, holding her baby, crying and sobbing, feeling like her heart is going to be ripped out from her chest. And she decides at that moment that she needed to take a walk, a journey into the woods. And when she goes deep into the woods, into that place, she comes across this little house. And in it, she sees Rumpelstiltskin, who is singing a song going, "You'll never guess my name is Rumpelstiltskin. You'll never guess my name is Rumpelstiltskin." So the next day comes, and she's back at the palace. And Rumpelstiltskin comes in, and she plays like she doesn't know what his name is. And she finally says to him, "Your name is Rumpelstiltskin." And he disappears. In different versions of the story, he falls into a pit. He's swallowed by the earth. He rips himself in two. It's a grim fairy tale. But here's the magic part for me. Unity teaches, and I believe, that every story we tell, the fairy tales, the stories from the Bible, are all representative of different parts of our life. The princess went within. She felt all of her feelings through to the end, and she found within her this smushed down small little part that knew how to turn straw into gold. The metaphysics of Rumpelstiltskin is that it was within her. And when the third day's challenge came and she couldn't figure out what to call this part of her that she had disowned, this part of her that wasn't part of her conscious understanding of her power and strength and worthiness and her ability to turn something from straw to gold, she went on a journey, a meditation deep into the woods, where she found the truth of that name, of who that part of her really is. And when she was able to name and claim it, the image of it as something separate from her disappears, and she was able to be whole and restored to health and vitality. The story of Rumpelstiltskin is a beautiful tale of what we will not own within us, what the strength, the wisdom, the abilities that we all have, that think we sometimes live without of ourselves, or have been told and believed that it is part of ourselves we have to hide. It's something not to be seen and small. The truth is that you are a heart in a world that wants only circles. The truth is you are a unique and magnificent expression of God's good in a world that doesn't see you correctly. In my journey over the last couple of weeks, well-meaning friends have told me a version of this line. Things are not happening to you, Ken. They're happening for you. And I believe this. And at the same time, it is really metaphysical malpractice to tell people who have lost a loved one, who've lost a part of their body through disease, that this is happening for them. It is not ours to tell anyone else what is for them. It is up to the individual to understand what it means for them. And Unity has taught this in many different ways, but one of my favorites was from this teacher, and so we want to be really clear about the difference. This is Eric Butterworth, who was my first Unity minister in New York, and he said, things may happen around you, and things may happen to you. You know, you can get hit by a car. That's happening to you. There's no way around that. But the only things that really matter is what happens within you. And that's where your agency lies. When we look at the story of Rumpelstiltskin, we look at the story of that woman locked in room after room and barn, she finds the strength within her by feeling all of her feelings all the way through to conclusion, and then finding the wisdom that's within it. So not only did Eric Butterworth articulate this so clearly, that it's happening for you when you use the wisdom within you to make it for you. Not that there's not a God up in the sky or everyone on earth is doing what's best for your highest good. People are doing what they need to do. People are constantly doing what is theirs to do for whatever reason. And it really has nothing to do with us. What has to do with us is what we choose to make of it. There's a huge difference. And this is not a new concept. Epictetus said this, the Greek philosopher said it this way. There is not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. So a Greek philosopher said it A Unity minister retranslated it, and I'm retranslating it through the tale of Rumpelstiltskin today. There is nothing new under the sun. Life is going to happen, and your best laid plans are going to change. And people are going to disappoint you, and things are going to shift because you allow them to shift. When we fight what is, we only lose 100% of the time. Right? If we use the football metaphor, this game probably is going to go back and forth. Someone's going to be in the lead, someone's not going to be in the lead. Someone's going to score a goal, someone's going to score a field goal, a touchdown, whatever it's going to be. There's going to be a back and forth. And when we play the game of life, we have to jump in. But it also reminded me of two stories told in the Gospels about Jesus. The first one is Jesus' Beatitudes. Blessed are you when people revile you and say all manner of evil against you falsely. For you are blessed when people revile you and lie about you. How is that true? Right? And so I was thinking about that this week. How can that possibly be true? And it's like when we can stand in our own wisdom and our own authority, when we can stand in our own sense of self and self-worth, people can say anything and it can't knock us off our center. People can do all the outrageous things that people are doing. Have you looked at the news lately? All the outrageous things that people are doing, and we do not lose our purpose and our center. We stay focused on where we want to go, rather than being distracted by the bells and the whistles and the drama and the noise and the nonsense. Nonsense. And there's another story. Jesus talks about it. It's talked about and it's put into the words of Jesus in the Gospel of John. So let me be really clear. It's about the woman caught in the act. The woman caught in the act of adultery. It only appears in the Gospel of John. Did you know that? And some of the oldest copies we have in the Gospel of John don't contain this story. So we don't have any of the originals, but we have some copies that were written in the year 200, between 300. And those versions don't have this story about the woman caught in the act of adultery. The only copy we have where it appears in notes by a scribe who is translating the gospel, and it's written in the margins. And then somehow it got included into the gospel in later copies. Here's the story, right? A bunch of Pharisees and scribes, people who were actively against Jesus' mission and ministry, he was actually preaching against and were out to get him, bring before him and his disciples a woman. And they throw her on the ground in front of him and say, this woman here was caught in the act of adultery. They don't mention what happened to the man. She wasn't doing it alone, but that's another, I digress again. Here we are, patriarchy, you get it. That's another talk. Okay? So they throw this woman on the ground, and they say, the law, this is by the rules, folks. We must stay with the rules. The law says she should be stoned to death. So everybody picks up their rocks, and they're ready to stone him, and they say to Jesus, what say you? And this is a test, because they want to catch him. They want to catch him in a trap. They want him to say, no, you should forgive her, because then you say, you are preaching against the laws of Israel. You are blasphemous, or the law says she must be stoned to death. So Jesus, what he does then in that moment is really amazing. In the scripture, if you look at it carefully, he bends down, and he takes a stick, and he starts writing on the ground with a stick. And he doesn't answer for a while. I like to think of that as Jesus' moment of meditation, contemplation, where he regains his center. And he steps forward and he says, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Whew. And everybody, one by one, drops their rocks. One by one, all the rocks fall to the ground, and everyone disperses. When there's no one left except Jesus and this woman, He says to her, has no one condemned you? And she says, no. He goes, then go and sin no more. Now, that story is amazing for so many reasons. It may not have happened. Rumpelstiltskin didn't happen, but it still has spiritual truth. Some scribe wrote it into the margins of a gospel he was translating because it was in the ether. People were telling that story. People were sharing it because it spoke to a spiritual truth that transformed their lives. And it speaks to a spiritual truth that transforms our lives today. People may say all manner of evil against you falsely. People may call you names. People may tell you that you are wrong, that you don't deserve to be here, that you are sinful, that you are flawed, that you don't deserve to exist on this planet and play with the rest of us. That's what's happening in our world today. That's what's happening to us personally and globally. Universally. When we can stand and know the truth of who we are, that we are a magnificent expression of God, we will not be reduced by anything that anyone says or any law that is passed that is unjust and not in our highest interest. Our own Dr. Maya Angelou said it this way. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I will not be reduced by it. I can be transformed by what I've been through. I can learn. I can take what has happened to me, around me, and turn it into something that is for me by going within and doing the work I need to do, like the woman who knows I need to be different. I need to shift myself so that I can experience the fullness of life. Just like my own journey of separation and time away, so that I can remember the truth of who I am, that I am not what anyone says I am. I am not my role. I am not a job. I am not a husband. I am a divine spiritual being here on the planet to make a difference. You are a divine spiritual being brought here by your own will to this planet so that you may fulfill the highest and the best of what's in you. You're here so that the things that happen around you and things that happen to you and things that happen on the planet can be shifted by what happens within you. And that when you let your own light shine as brightly and as magnificently as possible, you can be like the woman in Rumpelstiltskin. You can take that straw, that chaff that is thrown at you and thrown on your feet and you find everywhere in the muck around you and spin it. Spin it by going within and looking at the truth of who you are. Spin it by doing the spiritual work in your 12-step programs, in your prayer work, in your meditation, and find the name of that part of you that you've long ago disowned. To find the truth that you deserve happiness. Mesa asked the question, do you want to be happy? Do you? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be happy? Happiness is not brought about by everything on the outside looking like you think it's supposed to look. Happiness comes by you realizing that you are enough. That you are enough for every situation. You are enough because you are here. You are enough because you are alive. You're taking in oxygen and you're transforming what is to what it could be. The work exists within you. I invite you to celebrate the truth of who you are and to spin all that mucky straw into gold. Let's take that to our time of meditation. I invite you to get comfortable, to let the chair hold you, and to feel within you anything that feels out of sorts, the disappointments of life, the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, the heartbreak of losing someone. And to feel your feelings completely through to the end. Feel your feelings. Don't hold back. Because what you resist persists. Allow yourself to know the truth. That you are here by divine appointment to let your light be that golden light that transforms the darkness. As a good friend reminded me this morning, the darkness does not dissipate or get further away as we get more and more bright. The darkness surrounds us, but our light doesn't see it. Our light is all-encompassing. Our light is everything. So right here, if you're comfortable and have closed your eyes, in the darkness, see the light. In the stillness, feel the journey. And in the quiet, hear the roar of love. There is a light in each and every one of us. Sometimes we repress it so much because we believed a false story that our light is too much, that our being is not right. But when we behave like we live like Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman taught us in the beginning, when we go to God first, we can say, use my light. Use everything I am, everything I have. Use all of me to change the world.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide, and you show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what
and so it is.
Thank you, Misa. And thank you, Reverend Ken, for this powerful message of standing in the presence of who we are. Boy, have we had a service today. We've had a fairy tale, we've had Broadway, we've had this powerful message. You know, wow. So let's get out our spiritual connection card, please. We talked about it earlier, and please bring it out. And know today that you can check 1 all, add a prayer request, and remember, Reverend Ken keeps these in his office for the week and prays on them and helps you manifest what you put on this card. To distinguish to you, for you, and within you. To feel your feelings completely. To explore your inner resources. And to spin straw into gold. Thank you. So we have spiritual discussion groups here, and I want to share with you about the one that's coming up Tuesday. You can read about the others in your bulletin, but on Tuesday, Alicia Ashley will be here for the feminine spirituality group to talk about self-love. Alicia, you want to wave your hand again? That's Alicia for us. So come and join. It's not just for women.
Yeah, and what else do we have going on here? Our next announcement? Next slide, Bruno. Sorry. We're stuck. Okay. Spiritual direction group. So Reverend Elizabeth and Emmy Kelly are trained in Unity spiritual direction practice, and it's an amazing way of just asking questions to find your true spiritual path. So check out on our website. You can speak to Reverend Elizabeth or Emmy Kelly in our spiritual discussion group. She'll be online. You can speak to her after or make an appointment to see and join that group. It's a group that come together to work that process together. And this next group starts on, sorry I missed that, Monday, February 24th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. All right?
And I have a question for you. Did you feel welcome today? Yeah. Yes? Well, guess what? You can be part of the welcoming team. There's going to be welcoming team training coming up, and it is going to be on March 2nd at 1:30, right here after the service. And so please join in.
Yeah, I'll be working with Melissa, and we'll be leading that. It's an interactive training because it doesn't happen by accident. We work very hard here to make sure that everyone is seen and greeted, and we always have to keep our muscles up on that. So thank you.
Thank you, Melissa, for all you're doing for us.
Yay.
Yes, yes. And please remember, we have an annual meeting coming up, the annual member meeting. So if you want to be a member, now's the time. I don't know if you remember a few weeks ago, I told you my story that I hadn't been a member of a church since my childhood. I think the last time I was 14 or 15. Well, guess what? I am now a member of this church. Yes. What? And you can be too, and so far it hasn't hurt at all so far. So that annual meeting is on March 30th. Join us, and remember, if you are an existing member, according to our bylaws, you need to renew your membership. Simple, easy, pain-free.
Yes, absolutely. And if you would like prayer, if you were something that was brought up in service today has ignited something for you that you need prayer around, please see one of our prayer chaplains after the service. Or if there's some celebration going on in your life, please let us double down on that celebration with you as we know that prayer is the transformative energy of our lives.
And we need your time and your talent and your treasures. Please remember, your time is so valuable. You see people volunteering their time. I'll tell you, it's really rewarding. Try it out. Just put your little toe in and give it a try. Your talent to help with something, and of course, your treasure. You can go to the QR code that you'll see in your bulletin or up here on the screen. We take checks, we take cash, we take your car, we take whatever you got.
And Tom told me earlier he filled out his promise program, and I filled out mine. I don't see my husband in the room anywhere. He's downstairs probably, but I got to run this number by him before I put it in the offering basket, but definitely.
Yes, do that.
So
to anchor this, we have an affirmation. And the affirmation is, I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. Yes? Right. So we normally do a chant, and then we realized, actually, Art said we should sing it. So I'm going to sing it once, and then we're going to sing it together. All right? Art wrote this melody. He's like, why don't we sing it? We should sing it. So let's sing it. All right? It goes. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. Simple. Sing it with me. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. One more time to anchor it in. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. As the offering baskets come around, just remind you, the Spiritually Feminine, the Spiritual Connection group downstairs online, or you can go make Valentine's cards with the kids so we can send them to the shelter we help support. So that's it for service, I believe, right? Let's join together. Thank you to everybody who made today's service possible. Our amazing ushers and greeters. Our hospitality team. There's great food downstairs. Our amazing Voices of Unity choir. Let's give them a hand. All right. Woo! Our AV team, who make all this happen for all of you online and for those of us in the room. And Misa will introduce the band here in the moment. Let's stand as we're willing and able and sing our closing song. We want peace.
We want peace in the world. Peace in the world starts with inner peace. It starts with that understanding and alignment that what we change within changes everything, right? Come on, Luke, play it like you mean it.
Once again in our face, why haven't we learned from our past? We're at the crossroads of our human race, facing the shadows we pass. We want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, and we want it fast. We want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, we want it to last. Peace in my actions is peace, everlasting for peace. There are things we must do. Peace we inhabit when we know we have it. It's thriving within me and you. Peace in my actions is peace, everlasting for peace. There are things we must do. Peace we inhabit when we know we have it. It's thriving within me and you. We're on the eve of destruction, my friends. We are about to go too far. Politicians think war is the way, but we know that love has the power. We want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, and we want it fast. We want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, we want it, yes we want peace, we want it to last. Peace in my actions.
Luke. You're fine. Mark Bomb on the bass. Our musical director, my partner in crime, who meets my crazy with his. Arthur Cool on piano. This week our affirmation is I spin straw into gold. Please know that with me. I spin straw into gold. And so and so it is. And so it is.
So it is.
Let there be peace on earth, my friends, and let it begin right now. Let there be peace on earth, my friends. Let's make this our song aloud. We want peace, we want it, yes, we want peace, we want it, yes, we want peace, and we want it fast. We want peace, we want it, yes, we want peace, we want it, yes, we want peace, we want it to last. Peace in my actions, peace, everlasting for peace. There are things we must do. Peace we inhabit when we know we have it. It's lying within me and you. Peace in my actions, peace, everlasting for peace. There are things we must do. Peace we inhabit when we